What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the videos, and it's been quite a while since I've made a video, I know. I'm located in Southern California now, as many of you have heard, and honestly, kind of just getting back into the videos, I kind of just want to address everything that's been going on. You know, coming down to Southern California has been a big life change for me and a big lifestyle change, and there's a lot of things that I learned within my short few months of me living down here. Yes, I'm still doing cars. Yes, all my projects are still in NorCal, but that's okay. I'm learning more as I come down here, and that I have time, and we're still only so young, and I feel like, what's the rush? I'm enjoying the process as it is, and just enjoying learning more about everything that I can about these cars. As for everything that was back there, I don't have anything else to say but thank you. You know, those were irreplaceable memories. Definitely made a lot of good friends along the way. Unfortunately, some of my friends aren't my friends now, but, you know, part of the journey is the end. At the end of the day, what really matters is just being yourself. And what makes you happy? What do you want to do? When you wake up in the morning, what do you really want to do? And that's a question I find myself answering a lot these days to myself. And in all honesty, every time I wake up, it feels like a dream. I've always wanted to live in Socal. I've always wanted to be more connected back to my original hobby, which is the firearms things that you guys have been seeing, and I've always wanted to learn more about cars. And I'm getting to do that with the team at Precision Dynamics, so kick back, stick around, and enjoy the journey, and follow me along for more. What's up, YouTube? It's been a minute since I made a video, and well, pretty much I'm here in Socal now. I've been hiding out in Joshua Tree National Park, and I thought maybe it's time to make an appearance. You guys have probably been following me on Instagram and seeing a couple things where I've been working at. Maybe it was because of the 335 video with TJ's thing at Precision Dynamics. And yes, I do work at Precision now. Pretty much over here, I've just been doing what I usually do, working on cars, slaving away, you know, same stuff, different day. But other than that, it's been honestly a different experience coming down here. I've been in Socal before many times, as you guys know. I traveled here like every other week. You know, I love Socal. So I came out here to go and work over with the guys at Precision Dynamics. As you can see here, we have a couple of cars coming in. This Z right here actually belongs to my coworker, Henry, over there. He is Aspect Raw on Instagram. You can see his stuff. He takes a couple of photos. He's got some BBS, what are these, LMRs, right? He's got BBS LMRs on his 370Z, some Fortune auto coils. We're messing around with a little bit of airborne alignment action, trying to get his fitment a little bit better. And he needs spacers, unfortunately. But other than that, it's a 2020Z, which is actually the first 2020Z I've ever seen, because most people have 2017, 2019s.
2009.
Are there any differences with like the 2020s versus the other ones?
I would say not much changed from 2009 to 2020. It's literally the same thing, pretty much. I think the header's design changed in 2013, but that's about it.
So it's pretty much it's pretty much normal, like every other Z.
Yeah, pretty much.
You gotta.
AKA, I overspent on a brand new one.
You got any build plans you want to tell the people about?
Body kit, possibly supercharging it. So Motorsports, that's about it.
So Henry is actually the only one that drives a Japanese car here. The other three guys that we work with here, which are Mike Kennedy and Oslon, actually all drive Beamers. As you guys can tell, this is primarily a Euro shop where we work on a lot of Beamers, S65 rod bearings, things like that, turbo jobs on N54s, occasionally the crank hubs too for your guys' M4s with S55s, and S55, right? I have that right? Yeah, so the crank hubs on the S55s, we work on these things all the time, which is E92 M3s. They have rod bearing issues. Some of you guys may know about that. I'll probably throw a video out there somewhere about doing rod bearings on these cars, but this particular E92 M3 actually belongs to Ed Sheeran over there. You guys probably know him as DeVriesy. If you guys follow him on Instagram, he takes photos, does things like that. He's installing a really E92 M3. He ripped the shit out of it. What was it like? It's been a week since you ripped the shit out of your lip, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he ripped the shit out of his lip, so he's installing a new one. So pretty much these are all like the homies and stuff. Well, Henry works here. Michael comes by a lot. He used to work here. He takes photos. He does stuff like that. He has an OnlyFans. Go and subscribe. All right, so when I'm joking aside, you know, a lot of the guys here, they all have their own cool personal projects. They have pretty cool cars that they're working on. You know, you saw Henry's Z, you saw Michael's E92 M3. And if I get the chance to show you guys the other guys' cars, you'll see, damn, that's pretty crazy. We've got a wide body R8 and really clean F82. We have Oslon with his 335, which is okay, I guess. So the purpose of me starting these vlogs again is kind of just to document everything that goes on here at the shop and show you guys what I've been up to be more consistent with it, just like I promised in 2018, but this time actually doing it. Being a technician from all the way then till now, there's a lot of things that I learned, a lot of things I experienced, and being here at Precision, I'm learning a lot more about Euro cars. I used to work at a place called Sonic Motorsports, as you guys knew. We did a couple of Euro cars here and there, and we definitely did some crazy builds, but I wasn't there long enough to really grasp the concept and have the understanding that I do now about N54 motors and whatnot, and to kind of realize that actually owning a BMW isn't that bad as the misconception is. It's just about knowing what to do, the type of parts you need to replace, things you need to look out for, and just like any other car, you know, as long as you keep it up. Also working here at Precision, I've racked up a pretty hefty bill with Snap-on. Actually pretty excited about this stuff. We're all laughing right now, but we're all kind of in pain at the same fucking reason. Like, Henry, I know, has a pretty big bill with Snap-on, or when he started here. But as you guys could see, I have a cool new slide top box from Snap-on. Was pretty excited about it because this is actually my first time owning Snap-on tools for how long I've been working on cars. But as you can see, I've got my pry bar sets, got some 6 screwdrivers, a whole Blue Point set right here. I've got my E-torque set, my H sets, some stubby sets, and then down here I've got ratchets and things like that. My tools are kind of everywhere right now since we're actually after hours on the weekend. Today's a Sunday. We're usually not open on Sundays. We're here working on our own personal stuff. For another example for other stuff that we work on, this is a 335, same as the other E90 over there. And this one's getting a whole overhaul done pretty much. Oil pan gasket, turbos, new inlets, new outlets, PR ignition coil kit, just things like that. And it's kind of a regular thing here where we're doing a lot of turbos and power builds and things like that. We're improving the performance of the car, just like a motorsports shop should. Over there in the corner, you can see it's more than just BMWs. We have the Audi R8 over there, and we have the C63 AMG. There are also a couple of cool other cars here that you guys didn't get to see. So other cool cars you guys get to see here from time to time is that over here at Precision Dynamics, we actually work on the Tuner Cult giveaway cars. You guys have probably seen it. They were giving away that crazy R34 Skyline. That was here. The Tan Super that was bagged. The R35 GTR, which funny enough was actually the first car I worked on when I started working here at Precision, was that R35. So whoever won that car, my signature's on there somewhere. No, I'm just kidding. If you guys ever bring food to work, don't forget your fucking spoon, or else you'll be eating cereal with a fork and straw. All right guys, so I'm back here at work, and let's get into a little bit of detail what I'm about to do to this car next. This was the E90 you saw yesterday. I explained that with the turbo jobs, and right now we're gonna do the oil pan gasket. Right now I have the engine supported with an engine support bar. You can see that red thing up there. I'm gonna get started by lowering the subframe, and then once I lower the subframe, remove the transcooler lines, and yeah, we'll go from there, remove the oil pan. So after the power steering pump and all that stuff is removed, you can go ahead and start tackling all the key bolts here and then shimmy out the oil pan gasket. So you guys will see me do that in a little bit here.
Look, as you can gain it, they don't.
Are you warranty yours?
Yeah, but he said I'm not supposed to do this. But I was like, oh, okay.
So with the oil pan now off, you guys can actually see upon further inspection that this gasket was previously replaced. Well, not replaced, but actually done incorrectly. What you guys are seeing there, let me try to see to diffuse the flashlight a little bit. Camera's not picking up too well. I can kind of smudge that stuff with my finger. That's called copper spray. Basically, it's a makeshift gasket maker for a lot of things like oil pans and stuff, but it's kind of the incorrect way to do things. It's much better to just replace the gasket since you're already there. So I'm actually gonna have to clean all that off. And we have the oil pan here on the floor. You guys saw how I kind of was able to shimmy that out. And going from there, we're gonna put this to the safety clean tank right over there and make sure everything's all good to go. So as you guys can see here, we have the oil pan all bolted up again. We have a new O-ring here, the proper oil pan gasket, and brand new bolts all around. If you guys didn't know, these are actually aluminum and they should be replaced with brand new ones every time because aluminum stretch and it'll cause a lot of issues. Right here you can see the new turbos that are installed. I finished tightening up the rest of the copper turbo nuts as well as securing the lines. Right now we're waiting for word back if they want to replace the water pump or not. I recommended replacing it, but we'll see where it goes from there. So I'll give you guys an update once we get a little bit more done onto this 335.
You posted that spring install photo of the F80?
Yeah.
Why did you name it M4?
Did I?
Yeah, you fucking noob.
Fucking idiot. Check it out, everybody. This guy over here is a fucking idiot.
Damn, Adam just got exposed.
You want to go deep? I can go deep. I go through the post sometimes and correct typos.
Oh, you jumped. I saw it. You flinched.
Here's how Arlen gets another 1,000 subscriber. What's going on, guys?
That's Mike. Subscribe.
Subscribe!
Careful, Mike. They might ask questions in the comments.
Hey, if you guys want to ask questions, you know, subscribe to my OnlyFans. Pay the premium.
It's called Oli Consultants, Mike.
Well, no.
It's not what you think. All we do is
No,
consult.
because OnlyFans is actually designed for celebrities to communicate with their fans. That's why it's called OnlyFans.
But instead you got a bunch of ABGs using it to pay for nursing school.
Correct. So then they ended up using it specifically for nudity, and obviously they changed the platform completely. But that's the
How come they
original
allow
purpose.
nudity then if it's for fans?
Who cares, bro? They're getting paid.
Yeah.
You know, they thought that they're gonna hit it off with celebrities and stuff. Instead, now they're gonna, you know, hit it off with, like, you know, dudes that's, you know, lonely.
Alright, cool.
It's not just, you know, one lonely guy here, okay? We have one here, we have one here, we have one here.
What's up?
We have the loneliest one over there.
You got smoky turbos too.
He's the loneliest one. Every time he hops onto Discord, bro, we're out.
We all get so close, bro. I'm trying to eat, bro.
Just giving a movement of the cottons.
What's your most popular video? Yeah,
Probably the Type R video. Yeah. So, continuing on with the N54 that we're working on here. The turbos are on, oil pan's on. We got the new drive belt on. Last that's left is outlets, inlets, downpipes. Fixing a few things up in here. PR coil kit. And I think that's it. Charge pipe. We have the HKS pipe on the new charge pipe over there. For the HKS blow-off valve.
Fan.
Fan.
That's about it. Cowls.
Yeah,
Good.
pretty much went through this whole car. How much do you like N54s, Henry?
He loves that shit, bro.
Action happens, huh?
Yeah,
day.
so every day, you know, we go into this restroom right before we close up. We close this door, you know, first to bust.
So, if you guys didn't know, I started working here at Precision not too long. It's been like 6 months, Mike?
6 months.
It's about 6 months.
Yeah.
So, Mike here is actually the guy that owns Precision. He asked me like 3 years ago, him and Kennedy.
3
to
years
come-
consecutive for 3 years every time.
Every year they ask me, so when are you moving to Socal? So
or
when are you
every time
moving
you post, I reply. And then finally. moving
So,
on.
to give the viewers some context on like Precision,
Yep.
what do you have to say about, like, you know, like your journey from starting it up to where you are now?
Yeah, so starting off Precision, obviously you already know, I
Yeah.
didn't plan to open up my own shop, and you know, it just kind of happened just because I was working at other shops and just wasn't being treated fair. A lot of things that I'm not upset about it, but you know what? It taught me a lot of things, right?
Yeah,
One
most definitely. I've had that
you know,
experience too.
Yeah, so like it teaches you how to run a business, how to operate a business, how to take care of your customers, how to address situations, diffuse things. And the most important thing is you know, treat your employees as family, and instead of being as an employee, you treat each other as teammates, you know, because at the end of the day, the company is nothing without each other. So yeah, so like I started it off and I didn't expect it to grow to where, you know, it got to, but with a lot of support from a lot of friends and, you know, other car enthusiasts, I grew it out to where it is today. So it's been what, 2.5 years now, not even 3 years yet. And here we are, you know, starting off with, you know, mainly N54s, which you saw when you first came, and here we are, you know.
Well, the funny part is that when I first came here, this exact car, the first job that Mike told me was like, all right, we're gonna take it easy on you today, you know, it's my first day and this and that. See that R8, we're pulling the engine, and I was like, bruh.
Hey, in the same spot.
Yeah, it was actually in the same spot before we had the third two-post installed, so that was an experience. I've never pulled an engine off an R8, so I got to see what that was like.
Yeah, but like, you know, like I always tell you, you know, every car is the same. It doesn't matter if you've done it or not. As long as you have the experience and know what you're doing, it's all the same thing, you know. Obviously, you know, you mess up this one, it's just a lot more expensive. That's all.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like back when I used to mess up with my Civic and 240. It's like, oh, I'm gonna just go on the forums and stuff and get myself a new like drive belt or whatever I needed. But this is just like, how much did you spend on axles when you snapped your R8 axle? He snapped his R8 axle recently.
They were $950 plus shipping plus tax. So yeah. You know, like where's like a Honda, you know, I come from Hondas too. So where's a Honda, you know, you blow the motor, it's like, damn, time to buy another B18.
Pretty much. So with that being said, as you guys know, I come from a lot from the Japanese experience of cars, you know, cheaper parts. Generally, there's a lot more space to work on. Tools are all 10s, 12s, 17s, 19s. Like, that's all you need to take apart any Japanese car for some reason. But stepping into the Euro world, I had previous experience at Sonic, as you guys know, but never this in depth with Mike, where like I'm yanking off turbos off N54s, rod bearings like no tomorrow.
The head off the S55?
The head off the S55 was another one.
That was what, like a month into it.
That was a month into it, and Mike goes, hey, we're going to pull this head off this M4, and I was like, okay.
I'm like, I'm gonna teach you.
Yeah. So like, I've never really pulled a head off the motor in a car, let alone like a 2016 plus M4.
That's 2018.
That was a 2018. That was all lease car. So there's a lot more that went into it versus like, oh, my B series head studs, cams. Okay, I'm good. This had like crazy like Vanos solenoids and things like that. So a lot of cool tools here. As you guys see, I've built up a big ass debt with Snap-on. So.
Hey, you're almost done.
I'm like a month left.
Yeah,
so after that, I have plans to step into some of the more sophisticated cars that are coming out. So that'll be an exciting build that'll be coming here.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, we have the G80 and the G82 coming over here as soon as they're released.
That's right. They're still being held in the ports, right?
Yeah.
They still haven't been cleared
They
yet.
actually might be cleared out, I think, next week.
Yeah.
So if it does, we have both of them coming here. So we're going to scan both of them.
So we have Bomies' G80.
And then Sean Mashimaru.
Sean Mashimaru. Yeah. So we're scanning both.
Yeah.
So you guys will be able to see that. Definitely something really cool. The G, like just like any other car that's brand new, you're not going to see a lot of those out there.
Yeah.
So it's like within the first month, basically we'll be doing R&D on those cars and kind of just run you through it. And like somebody scanned Mike's car to 3D scanner, so that was pretty cool.
Don't tell them why. Don't tell them why.
You guys will have to wait and see. Yeah. But Mike actually drove his Prius today, so unfortunately you'll probably see his R8 in another video.
Yep, next time.
But with that being said, we have pretty much, as you guys can see, E90s, F8Xs, or this F30 technically, right? Yeah, I'm still learning my BMW numbers.
Well, we had an F80 earlier.
Yeah, we had an F80 earlier, but for some reason there's a 370Z in here.
Yeah. Let's go burn it.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna burn down this Z over here, okay? You know, check out the fitment.
No, it's okay. We talked about it last night. We're gonna fix Henry's fitment.
Yep. I told him I'll relook
so from eyeballing drift cars my whole life, it's not too bad, huh? This guy's your alignment last night, it was trash, and then Henry was like,
honestly, it's pretty good. Way better than before.
This guy was basically crab walking, pulling to the left, and he actually blew his rear tire on his brand new LMRs, and it was a nasty situation. And I'm like, what are these wheels, like $5,000 wheels? You have the clear brush finish on it, and it's just, yeah, I mean, these are custom sets of LMRs. It's first Z I've seen that spent this much on wheels. That's what makes Henry's car passable, because it's like, who else is gonna spend this much on wheels for a Z?
Hey, can I test fit these on the Prius?
It'll probably fit just perfectly.
They probably will, bro. I'm gonna try it out.
Or I just rebarrel.
No, I don't need to. It's pretty weak.
This is what I walk out to every day. I just drive this goddamn truck. And then you got these fools. There's like two E92 M3s there, but usually Henry's got a Z, but that's his daily. Kennedy has his F82, and then Mike has the R8. But he's driving this. All right, Mike, same time again tomorrow?
Yeah, same time.
For the rest of my life.